on our way to Kentucky. Woohoo! It's me, Maggie, and Basil is eating Lucky Charms. He's gonna have a sugar crash later.
They're delicious. I regret nothing.
First order of business upon arrival at the Kentucky Horse Park was the arrival exam, where Hobo's soundness was assessed as well as his body score condition in front of a panel of vets. All right, here we are on the morning of Tuesday of Thoroughbred Makeover week, and it is very cold. I don't have enough clothing. Hobo is currently eating his breakfast and making a big racket, as per usual. And we're gonna do some schooling today and some hacking around the horse park, and then tomorrow we do our eventing discipline. Here's Hobo just hacking around the Kentucky Horse Park. There's the Rolex Arena. There's the statue of Bruce Davidson over there. Having a nice little hack on Tuesday. At the Thoroughbred Makeover, you get 2 schooling tickets to school in the competition arenas of your choosing. So one of my choices was the show jumping for the eventing discipline. As you can see here, he schooled really well. My other choice was to school in a standard dressage arena. It is Wednesday morning, about 9:45. We go at 10:22 down the center line for our eventing dressage test, which is novice test B. He schooled really well yesterday, so hopefully he feels good today as well. Wish us luck. For those of you who watched the previous episode where Hobo was going through some random issues, including just having some tension in his body, that completely disappeared upon arrival at the makeover. He warmed up really, really beautifully. He felt soft and loose through his entire body, and it really shows. Once he went down the center line for this test, I knew that I had a horse under me that was gonna score really well. And right there at A, you see we had to do 3 to 5 steps of walk. They want to see the down and the upward transition from the walk to the trot and vice versa. And then there we have a short diagonal. And then now we're coming up on our left lead canter transition, which again, for those of you who have been watching this show, know that it's something we've been struggling with all season. And as you could see, that was totally uneventful, totally quiet and soft and lovely. And then we've got a 20-meter trot circle here. He had a really lovely rhythm, a softness through his back. He felt great in the bridle. He felt like he was in front of my leg. He just really came out ready to play. And now we have another short diagonal, and we're coming up on the right lead canter transition, which you will see is very quiet and lovely and soft. So you can just see that he seems really, really happy, really rideable, and he's just a pleasure to ride. I think I was smiling throughout this entire test, and I knew it was going to score well, but, you know, every movement that happened, I kept smiling bigger and bigger. And here's his nice downward transition to the walk, and then we have a free walk coming up, which historically has been one of his best movements. And there he goes. There's that panther swinging walk that we have grown to love. And then we actually turn up the center line in the walk, which is strange, I think. And then at D, pick up the trot. I think that's a little bit of a hard movement. And then come to halt at G. He did a really nice halt here, and he nailed it. Go. So we just finished our eventing dressage test, and I am so happy. I can't stop smiling. I don't even care what the score was, because in my mind, that's probably one of the best tests that he's done ever. He was so relaxed. He was so obedient. He did everything I asked of him, and I am so happy with him. I was really happy with Hobo's show jumping round, but his cross country absolutely blew me out of the water. I was able to get a nice forward stride, and he was so rideable in such a way that I could gallop him up to the base, and he was just absolutely on fire. He caught everything right out of stride. He was absolutely brave as can be, while also being rideable. This is a true cross-country horse, and I felt really privileged to ride him. Now, after the last fence, which is this one here, they wanted to see the horse really open up and do an open gallop, which I had never done with Hobo before, and he was thrilled for the opportunity to let loose. It's very chilly here this morning, and Maggie is in her dog bed, and she is swaddled up, not ready to start the day yet. Right, Maggie? For the dressage discipline, we had to perform USDF training test 2 in a standard arena. So you'll notice that this arena is much bigger than the one that we did for our eventing test. And you'll notice that Hobo is his normal, soft, lovely, rhythmical self. I was really happy with him. And then the second part of the dressage discipline is the demo ride, where you get to show off the horse in the way that you see fit. So you'll see that part in just a minute. Here we are coming down the center line for our demo ride, which is in a separate arena, still a standard sized dressage arena, but in front of a different judge. For the demo ride, you get to choose how you best want to show your horse off. So I did what I thought would best show off his paces and his level of training. So I did a 10-meter half circle there, and now I'm moving into the shoulder and left. He got a little bit stuck in the shoulder and left, but I think given his level of training and his age, he did a pretty damn good job. And then we chose to be symmetrical here, did another 10-meter half circle, then back to the rail, and then shoulder in right, which I thought was a lot more smooth than the shoulder in left. I wanted to show off some medium gaits, so he's working on developing his medium canter, and here you see us doing a medium canter, 20-meter circle there. I think as he progresses, that will be a lot more powerful, but I really do like how he's stepping under himself. He's reaching across his top line, reaching for the bridle. He's nice and uphill, but he's really propelling himself from the hind end.
So Hobo has just finished his dressage test for proper dressage and his demo, and I thought that he felt really good. The test felt like it was a really clean test. He felt really rhythmical, really soft and relaxed. And then the demo, there was a couple of things that I think I could have done better, but I do think that I was able to show off all of his paces, his relaxation, that swing that he has in his gaits. I think I was able to show him off pretty well.
Okay, here we are at 0 dark 30. The sun is rising, and Basil is scrubbing the pony's legs. All that chrome has to be scrubbed and scrubbed and re-scrubbed all the time. Yay, chrome. The horses that advance to the finale, which are only the top 5 from each discipline, have to participate in a jog, which is very similar to an FEI jog. You have to jog the horse in front of a panel of vets, which determine the horse's soundness and ability to move on to the final stage of the competition. And then here's Hobo showing off his adorable little trot, passing the jog with flying colors. Hoboken Jack accepted. The Tip Dressage Championships ran concurrently with the Thoroughbred Makeover at the Kentucky Horse Park. So, of course, I wanted to show off my awesome little dressage pony. This here is, we did the intro division. So this is intro test B, and it's just a walk trot test, and he crushed it. He actually, he scored a 79 point something percent on this test. Which is just an outrageous score. Saturday morning came very early and was Hobo's time to shine in the eventing finale.
And let's introduce the next pair, and then we'll continue to develop what we're seeing here. We started with the big 17-1 Storm Threat, and now we have the 14-3 Hoboken Jack. And Hoboken Jack, like the previous two competitors, 4 years old. That's the youngest age that horses can compete in USEA recognized events. Hoboken Jack was bred in New York and raced in New York as well as in New Jersey in 2021 and 2022, and was able to put together one win in 6 starts, and now beginning an eventing career with Adriana Nanini from Crozet, Virginia, who is with the Tale Equestrian team specializing in eventing, dressage, and fox hunting. Ashley, there's something about, I mean, whenever you see a big 17-1 horse come in, they get you with their presence, but there's something about seeing a 14-3 eventer that just gets your heart racing.
I love it. I'm smiling through this whole thing. But what's great to see, I mean, this horse obviously loves what it's doing. It's super confident, and those really large horses came down and did this 2-stride really nice and balanced, and this 14-3 hand had trouble making that distance because it had a bigger stride coming in than the bigger horses. I like that energy and power that they bring to it.
So that is number 247, Hoboken Jack, trained and owned by Adriana Nanini from Crozet, Virginia, who says that her training philosophy is a strong emphasis on horsemanship, preparedness, cultivating a solid partnership between horse and rider. Kirsten, this horse is for sale, so we don't just all get to, Ashley, don't listen to this part. We don't just all get to admire the horses, but we can buy them too.
Yeah, through the ASPCA Makeover Marketplace.
No, you gotta tell me when you're gonna start.
It started.
We are back at the Airbnb after a very, very tiring week. We finished, oh yes, Maggie has awoken. We finished in 5th in the eventing. We did our eventing finale this morning, bright and early, at like 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, we had to get up at like 5. It was great. It was I was tired.
We braided in the dark and did everything in the pitch dark, and then it started to rain during the warm-up. Hobo was so good. He definitely has a more unconventional jumping style than the other horses that made the finale. But he was such a good boy. He put in a great effort. And then as soon as that was over, we had to quickly change his tack back to dressage tack and reset our brains for the our final tip championships dressage test. And he came in 3rd in that with a 73 point something to finish 3rd overall in the tip championships for intro level dressage. We
are leaving Lexington right now on Sunday morning. We have been here for almost an entire week, and everybody is ready to go home, including Maggie in the back. She's so tired. I am so proud of Hobo. I can't even wrap my head around how proud I am of that pony. He's such a classy horse. I am so grateful that I have a horse of his caliber in my barn. And the fact that he has come so far in the last 8 months that he's been in work is just remarkable. And this pony is, again, he's all class. He's such a professional, and he's only 4 years old. I can't wait to see where he goes from here. So we are on the road again, on the way home, and the makeover is a wrap. Well, as you can see, we are in stopped traffic, and we have been for quite some time. I can't even keep my eyes open. I'm so tired. We are parked. I'm actually in park. See? In park. We didn't listen to Google when it tried to detour us back yonder.
We were supposed to be going down that road right there, the empty one, the clear one.
The one where people are going on their merry way. I'm just so tired. I'm gonna take a little nap here. Basil's gonna keep his eyes on the road just in case anyone starts moving, but it doesn't look promising. Pray for us. We did eventually make it home to Virginia safe and sound. Thank you all for watching this series. It has been a pleasure to share Hobo's journey with you, the ups, the downs, the good times and the bad. And now Hobo will get a much-deserved little vacation after his success at the makeover.